Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to be setting up our development environment ready to use Django and initialize our Django project. In the optional lecture I teach in 15112, we use this technology called Cloud9, C9.io. Now this is great because it allows you to create your development environment on the internet and immediately deploy. However, usually when you use Django, you'll be doing it locally on your computer and then deploying to services like AWS, Amazon Web Services, or Heroku. So in order to give you the best introduction to how to do Django development, we're going to be setting up a local development environment and then be looking at how do we deploy. But everything that we do in this tutorial also applies to developing on C9 or Cloud9, so don't worry about that. Now, the first thing we're going to do is set up a virtual environment. Refer back to the earlier video on virtual environments in order to get set up with that. Now, the way that we're going to do that is I'm going to go to my GitHub folder. Let's make this a little bigger. And I'm going to make a new folder, or I'm going to make the virtual environment. So I'm going to type in virtual environment, and for this demo, we're going to just make a basic blog we're going to make a basic forum where people can post things and follow up with comments and so on and so forth. So I'm going to say my forum is the name of the virtual environment. So now it's going to set up the virtual environment. And now let's go ahead and go into it. Whoops, it's now called my forum. So this is my virtual environment. So far there is nothing in there. So first I'm going to activate it by doing source bin/activate. And so now we're using it. So the first thing I want to do is actually install Django. But the key is to install it inside this virtual environment. So be sure that when you install Django through what the command we're about to do, you do it after you've activated it by doing the whole bin source bin activate. So the way that you install it is simply doing pip install Django. Here it goes, installing, downloading, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. We installed Django. That was easy. So now we have Django inside of our virtual environment. The key, remember, every time that you develop is to activate the virtual environment because that's where all the installations were made to. So now what we want to do is instantiate our Django project. So the way that you do that is by the command. So I'm going to do this right inside of my virtual environment, the folder, and I'm going to do, it's Django admin.py. That's the command, and then that's the thing which is going to run. The command is start project, and then we give it the name of our project. So I'm going to call it let's say, my forum. Okay, so now if we do ls, notice how it created a folder called my forum. And so what I'm going to do is actually go to this place in the Finder. So let's move this over. So inside of Finder, go to GitHub, my forum. This is the virtual environment, and here's the Django project. And so let's go ahead and drag this into Sublime. Cool. So when I created a Django project, I got a folder which was the name of the project, as well as this outside thing called manage.py. And inside of here I have a settings, a URLs, and a WSGI, whatever that means. So don't worry about what all these things mean. We're going to be looking at all of them throughout the next videos. But yeah, so this is all for this video. Essentially what we did was we created the virtual environment, we installed Django using pip within the virtual environment, and then we instantiated our Django project by using the Django admin py command and the start project call. So yep, look forward to the next video where we'll actually launch our local server and start looking at how we do development in this environment.